after those subs were made, Bissouma and Richarlison go off, Johnson and Højbjerg come on. 2 minutes after that, we score a goal, and a great team goal out of that. I mean, Sarr with an unbelievable over the top out wide, Maddison with some lovely play with Brennan Johnson, and Sonny is there. And, you know, Sonny found it hard throughout the game, to be honest. He was getting crowded out a lot of the times, but that is what you need Sonny for, to be there in that moment to finish off the goal. And at that point, it was game over. And,
you know, with Sonny, he's becoming also a striker where he doesn't have to be so involved in the game, but, you know, one chance he's going to be clinical, because he is that clinical. Yeah. We know how unbelievable he is on both feet, finishing inside the box. And there was always this kind of worry about him, for me anyway, about against low blocks. Is he going to be able to struggle? Is he going to be able to get involved in the game? Is he going to be able to find the goals, find those moments? And you know what? He's proving me absolutely wrong, because it's now, I think, is it 3 away games, apart from the Luton game? Maybe it's 3 away games. 3 out of the last 4 away games he's scored. And he's scoring goals in positions where, like, strikers should be, like kind of poachers' goals inside the box, finishing chances inside the 6-yard box, first time finishes, and that's very hard to stop. And when I talk about being able to play against a low block, these are the kind of things I'm talking about, finding little positions inside the box where you're hard to pick up. And he's so good at those first-time finishes. All you need to do is make sure that cutback is accurate. And if it finds Son, more often than not, it's going to find the back of the net. And it happened again yesterday. He wasn't so involved in the game. He didn't have to be. All he had to do was, when the chance came to him, put it away. And that's 8 goals in 10 games now for Heung-min Son. And since he's moved to striker as well, I think that's 8 goals in 8 goals in 7 games since he moved up front.
Yeah.
So he's been absolutely fantastic. He's really taken on that number 9 role phenomenally ever since he's moved there, and he's becoming one of the best strikers in the Premier League, which is incredible to think about.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. I can't wax lyrical about Son enough. Like, to do it at such a tough ground as well, when you know you're not going to have much space and you have to be so patient to get your chances to come by. He was there in the right moment. It was game over from that point. And 2 players I want to highlight today. First of all, James Maddison, where, you know, probably didn't have his best of games, where he was fairly quiet against a resolute Crystal Palace team. But what he did do is showed his grit and showed how hard he works for the team. You know, 4 out of his 9 ground duels were successful yesterday. He was involved in both goals. The first one, obviously, with an assist for the own goal, where he whips it across the face of goal. And the other one with a lovely interchange with Brennan Johnson. The way he just takes that man out of the game and then feeds Brennan Johnson with that lovely little 1-2. I mean, even on his quiet days, he's producing football like that.
Yeah, you'd probably say it's his worst performance of the season, and he's still heavily involved in both goals he scored, and that shows the quality of him. And the way he nutmegged, I think it was Joel Ward for that second goal, was absolutely phenomenal. He just patiently waited for the run of Johnson. They couldn't get close to him because I think maybe players are wising up to the fact of what a good dribbler he is. So you saw once he got the ball, Ward had to stand off him, because he didn't want to get too tight to him, because he knows he can kind of roll away from you now. And maybe that's something that people didn't think about Maddison previously, but now you can see it's starting to affect how defenders are defending against him. And so Ward didn't get tight to him, and what that allowed is Maddison just that time and patience just to wait for the run of Johnson, and he makes it look easy, but he just slowly
perfectly into his stride, isn't it?
Perfect weight of pass, perfect timing of pass as well, right into Brendan Johnson's stride, and all Johnson has to do is pull it back for Son, and bam, it's 2-0. Brilliant piece of play, interchange between Maddison and Johnson, which was a brilliant team goal actually in general, that goal, the second goal as well. But he had a quiet day, I think, overall. I don't remember too many shots on goal. He had one in the first half, which he probably could have done better with inside the box. Apart from that, it was a quiet day for him. But again, what quality players do is even in their quiet days, they still come up with moments in the game to make the difference. And that's what he did.
Yeah, and that comes for both him and Heung-min Son.